Okay, so I'm back with Scorpio rising. Well, this one is this is quite interesting. I would say the least. You know, with Scorpio rising individuals, there is nothing um there is nothing easy and simple about them. I will say this, just like food for thought here. In Vedic astrology, I'm Scorpio rising. Vedic astrology. That's why I'm just like, I'll stay with Western. I'll stick with Western, but I see how that Scorpio energy plays out. Um, that's just a fun fact. I want to say this, like, it's not that people get Scorpio risings wrong. Because you could be like, oh, well, people misjudge Scorpio rising. No, a lot of times Scorpio risings give people exactly what the person is feeling. That is intentional. That's not a misjudgment. That's intentional. Like when a Scorpio rising by their demeanor alone, when they walk in a room, when they're involved with certain people, you're going to get the feeling. You're going to be like, wow, I got this feeling that this person can't stand me, or this person is mad at me, or this person is not to be played with. You're going to get that feeling. You're going to know. Now, F around and find out. That's the next level. Because let's say that you are misjudged, or people get you misconstrued, and they're just like, oh, Scorpio rising is sweet or nice or so social and whatever. I can overstep their boundaries possibly. No, a Scorpio rising don't even have to open their mouth. A Scorpio rising could just get you by a move that they make, a way that they position their body, like an energy that comes off to where like, okay, I need to step back because I feel like I'm in the danger zone. The danger zone. And I could get popped any minute. That's a feeling. And Scorpio rising wants you to understand that feeling. It's definitely intimidation. I'm not going to sit here and say that all Scorpio risings want you to be purposely intimidated. No. Not purposely intimidated by them. No, that's not where we're going here. It's more like your accomplishments, what you're willing to do, how you have the power to change yourself, like overcome things that would have knocked other people down, and like you rise up again and people see you rise up again. That is where the intimidation lies. The fact of how you know information. You see that? It's like that's where the intimidation lies. That's where the intimidation lies. That speaks for itself. And other people know it. So it's like whatever field you're in, whatever area of interest you got going on, you will, and you're interested and your focus is there, you will know how to do that job. You will know how. You will know how. The information behind it, you would know in depth. It's a feeling. I told you. So if you guys that watch my channel, that follow my channel, and certain comments that I get to where people are like, dang, like you explain this differently than other people, or this is the first time I ever heard of it like this, you were right to the T. Think about Scorpio energy that can just read through people, and you're not even sometimes knowing that you are. Yeah, and then the depth. See what I'm saying? It's the depth that Scorpio risings hold. It allows you to go deep, like the deepest, darkest waters. It allows you to go deep into them areas that people don't want to go in, and then you get to obtain what it is that you soaked up in those waters, and then you get to come back out with it. You get to go through those murky waters that other people ain't gonna be willing to go through, and you're willing to come out with the prize. That's the transformation right there. You see how that works? It ain't your fault that you command a room, like you command the area where you go. Like people see Scorpio rising, and I'm not just saying this because I said in Vedic astrology, I'm Scorpio rising all day. I tend to incorporate all of them, but I lean more on Western astrology or whatever. But so I'm not just saying this. This is just true. And the fact that I do have this energy, it'll tell you something. Okay, like I know what I'm talking about. But Scorpio risings are like the queens and the kings. You get what I'm saying? It's like you the queen and the king when you come, and then when you come around, or people know it. Like, okay, let's go to make an offering to the queen. Okay, because the queen ain't happy. Okay. See, you don't have to say it. This is the good thing about you are not like necessarily Leo rising or I'm trying to get another maybe like Sag rising. You know, you're not you're not shouting it from the rooftops. You guys will respect me as queen. I'm the king. You know what time it is. No, 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 no. Have y'all ever heard the saying, like when people say, like, if you gotta talk about it and you gotta advertise it like that, then there might be some insecurities or it might not be true. And the people that's silent and ain't gotta speak about it and ain't gotta make a big scene about it, though they really do hold the power. They really do hold a position. That is you. I'm sorry, not sorry. I just believe the biggest part of your transformation when you get this, there's gonna be things in like escapades in your life that leads you here. You're going to eventually one day get the fact that you are indeed this royalty, like you are this queen, you are this king. Don't mistreat and use your power. You see that? Because Scorpio risings can misuse their power. So you are these things. You are. But you have to get it in your mind that you are. For the longest, you'll be like, why are people, like, why are they acting like this towards me? Like, I just want to be normal. Like, I want to be part of the crowd that just, like, I want to just, it just seems like, well, when I go, wherever I go, when I'm hanging out with my coworkers, like, when I'm, you know, just around, whatever, it's like people expect more out of me. It's like people act like I deserve more. I just want to be normal. Like, what the heck? No. And then you tell yourself, I'm just a princess. I'm just a prince. I just want to be a princess. I just want to be a prince. You know, just, you know, do little sweet things for me. But don't expect too much. Nope. But all along, the other people, everybody else is like, no, that's the queen. That's the king. And you have to transform yourself into that energy. You get the power. It's like you have the power all along. A lot of Scorpio risings back away from the power. Now, I mean, instead of misusing it, you don't even want to have anything to do with it. It's like, no, you're supposed to have the power. Because you have the power through your image, through what you're presenting, through how your lifestyle, through what you know, all of that, to change things, to change people. People are not going to have no sexual encounter with. Have you guys ever had some sort of encounter with somebody sexually and they were not the same afterwards? They either become extremely obsessed with you, or you're just like, dang, what is wrong with you? They act like they're scared. Like they just seen a ghost. All of a sudden, yeah, because you awaken something within them. And it's an emotional thing. And if you are a person that ain't trying to look at that stuff at the time that it's happening to you or it happened to you, you're going to run away from it, or you're going to be like distance from it. You have to work those emotions out. These people got to work these emotions out. See what I'm saying? The only Jupiter and Scorpio has that power too. Jupiter, there's certain placements that where Scorpio is there, it has that power. Possibly even Mars or Scorpio, but it doesn't matter. Every part where there's a Scorpio at has that power in the area that is in. the sign, the planet that's sitting in. But I'm gonna tell you something, baby. They have to go and they have to be like, wait a minute. Like, I'm perceiving the world totally different now. Like, why am I so emotional? Because it's causing for them to change, to bring that stuff up. Like, stuff that they've been sitting on for a long time, knowing that they need to face. You can't. So people can be obsessive over you, but I'm just saying, like, if they make that contact with you the right way, you gonna know it. You gonna know it. And then some of them, you got people that they kind of take on that queen and king energy once they get involved with you. To where you're just like, baby, you feel yourself a little bit too much because you weren't doing all that at first. Like, try not to take it personal. Because you're very, Scorpio risings are just like, naturally, I shouldn't say attractive. You know, certain stuff is to be, you know how, yeah, certain people are beautiful, certain people are attractive, whatever, no, but you guys have like this raw, like this magnetic attraction to where, set beauty aside, because you know how you can see somebody, you can be like, man, that's a nice looking guy, that's a beautiful woman, or whatever. You might have that beauty too, but just sit that aside. It becomes where people try to pick you apart and be like, but what? But wait a minute, because I wore my hair like that yesterday and I didn't look like that. Like, what is it about this person? I mean, like, is it her lips? Is it her eyes? A lot of times it's the eyes. Boy, let me tell you, you go into somebody's soul. That's power right there. You're just like, hey, don't be afraid of yourself. Don't be afraid to go within yourself. But it's this sexiness that y'all have that's really in your whole, like the way you move, the mysteriousness. Oh boy. And this is not just the outer thing. The mysteriousness that you have is really there. Like, when people start digging deep, they start finding out other stuff. Like, oh my God, oh, you're interested in that. You know about that. You do that. You know what I'm saying? It's real. It's really real. And you don't like to deal with people on surface level. Like, you make people, it's like you set out that trap. I'm not saying you're purposely doing it, but you set out this trap. And then when people, the ones that you keep or that you're serious about is the ones that get caught up in the trap. That's like, you put the trap out. Okay, you're willing to stay here. Okay, so you are what I'm going to focus on. The rest of them, you're like, okay, whatever. No matter how hard it might hurt and how much potential you knew that the person had, you know, it's like, okay, well, whatever, go on about your business. Because it took work, baby, for you to get here. Even if it was past life work. Because some of y'all definitely could have been some sort of royalty or something like that in a past life. In a past life. And you had to come in, you had to transform, you had to be the people, you had to be amongst the people to teach them, to show them how to change, to understand even how to even work with them so that they can change. Now, this is the thing. There could, there could be a lot of Scorpio risings too that become famous, and maybe over time that they do, or they're seen in some type of way where they're famous or infamous. It doesn't matter. I don't like to think of Scorpio rising as infamous, but I'm just saying because it just depends on what you do with your power. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like over time, because you have to learn how to transform yourself. Some of you guys, in order to transform other people. And the universe that you come here and be equipped with lots of experiences, sometimes abusive experiences. I'm talking physical, emotional, mental, psychological, whatever you name it. But sometimes, like, I don't know, you guys are good at professions like psychology as well. I said this about Libra rising, but definitely y'all, like, I'm talking about like doctors, counselors, and detectives, spiritualists. Really don't even matter whatever field you're in. It's very easy for you to dominate. Like you have the people in management, the supervisors or whatever, all that, like either attracted to you or fearful of you. Like you could take their job or their position, or either feeling like you're some type of way can be dominant over them, some type of way. But anyways, this has been Scorpio Rising. I'm going to stop there because I went long enough. I'm Butterfly to Light. Please stick around. Subscribe to the channel because I definitely will be back.